It begins with a single spark. Somewhere in the dark, inside a quiet cloud of dust and gas, the faintest shimmer of light stirs, the first heartbeat of a star. You can almost imagine it. Far away, beyond everything familiar, a ripple moves through the silence. Particles begin to gather, drawn together by gravity's soft pull, until the weight becomes warmth, and the warmth becomes light. A star is born. Tonight, we drift into that slow, cosmic rhythm, the long, patient life of stars. We'll wander through the places where they awaken, watch how they grow, burn, fade, and finally rest. There's no rush here, no noise, no edges, just the endless breath of the universe, expanding and glowing softly around you. So take a breath. Let your shoulders loosen. The day is already far behind you and the stars are waiting. All you need to do is listen. The universe will do the rest. Before there was light, there was quiet. A vast hush filled everything. Not empty, but waiting. In that stillness, clouds of gas drifted through the dark, ancient and cold, whispering to one another in the language of gravity. They had floated for billions of years, until one moment, a slow, invisible moment, something began to change. Tiny ripples moved through the clouds, and atoms started to gather. At first it was almost nothing, just a slight thickening of the dark, but gravity is patient. It pulls gently, endlessly, until what was separate becomes whole. The cloud grew denser, heavier, and its own weight began to warm it from within. In the center, pressure built silently. Every atom was pressed against its neighbor, every molecule caught in a slow spiral inward. The temperature climbed higher and higher, until the darkness itself began to glow. The first light in the universe came not with sound, but with warmth, a soft, newborn shimmer rising out of the void. And so a star was born, a sphere of fire where there had only been dust. It was not loud or violent as we might imagine. It was steady, unfolding over millions of years, a quiet ignition that filled its corner of space with light. Around it, the leftover dust and gas began to spin, forming a disk, the seedbed of future planets, moons, and worlds not yet imagined. If you could drift nearby, you would feel the faint hum of creation, radiation, magnetism, and gravity woven together like music too deep for ears to hear. The newborn star would shine fiercely blue-white, flooding its surroundings with heat. Close to it, matter melted and merged. Farther out, the light faded to gentle gold. This was how the universe built its first homes for life, one quiet star at a time. Each star's beginning is different, yet every one follows this rhythm: collapse, ignition, balance. Gravity pulls inward, heat pushes outward, and between the two forces, harmony is born. That balance will last for billions of years. The star will find its steady pulse, turning hydrogen into helium, releasing light in every direction, light that may travel for ages before touching another world. If you step outside on a clear night, that light reaches you still. Some of the stars you see tonight began shining before Earth existed. Their first sparks happened when the universe itself was young, and now their photons fall gently on your skin, ancient, patient travelers crossing eternity just to arrive here in this quiet moment. The birth of a star is not the beginning of chaos. It is the beginning of calm. It is order forming out of dust, warmth awakening in coldness, purpose emerging from stillness. And somewhere, inside each of those glowing spheres, the elements of your body are being made. Carbon for breath, iron for blood, calcium for bone. Every heartbeat in the cosmos is building the pieces of everything that will ever live. The stars are architects of time. Their light marks the first chapters of every story: planets, oceans, forests, thoughts. Everything that will ever whisper or wonder begins here, in this slow, luminous birth. Close your eyes and picture it. A cloud in deep space collapsing, folding into itself, until the darkness glows. That first shimmer of light spreading outward, touching nothing but possibility. It's quiet there, calm, endless, beautiful. And somewhere in that quiet glow the universe takes its first breath. Once a star is born, it learns to breathe. For billions of years, it will live in balance, pressure pushing outward, gravity pulling in. Each heartbeat of fusion keeps that balance steady, turning simple atoms into light. The star's surface ripples with invisible waves. Its interior sings in tones too deep for ears. To look at a star is to watch calm energy in motion, the universe practicing patience. The young ones shine blue and hot, restless and fast, burning through their lives in a few million years. The older, slower ones glow gold, like the sun, warm, gentle, enduring. Inside them, hydrogen becomes helium, and helium will one day become heavier things. Every spark inside that light is creation itself, unfolding quietly across eons. Around many of them, worlds take shape. Dust gathers into stones, stones into planets. On some, there will be oceans. On one, perhaps, there will be eyes that look back, tiny reflections of the star that made them. The light that leaves a sun may one day become thought, memory, or a whisper drifting towards sleep. Even in their stillness, stars move. They drift together in clusters, circle the centers of galaxies, and weave through the dark like fireflies in slow motion. Our sun is traveling too, pulling the Earth and its companions in a vast spiral around the Milky Way. We never feel it, but we are always moving through the starlit sea. Sometimes, stars dance with partners. Binary stars, two flames bound by gravity, orbit each other endlessly, trading warmth and color. Their paths trace soft loops through space, like threads of gold and blue light twining through the night. In some distant corner, you might find trios or even families of stars, all sharing a single rhythm. The universe, it seems, loves companionship. But even solitude is peaceful here. A lone star in the dark is not lonely. It simply glows for whoever will see it. Its light travels outward without expectation, crossing the emptiness, soft and unwavering. And if that light happens to touch a quiet planet far away, it will paint shadows and sunrises, seasons and warmth, forests and oceans, life itself. To live as a star is to be patient beyond imagination. Each second may feel ordinary, yet every heartbeat lasts millions of years. While entire civilizations rise and fall, a single star barely notices. It keeps shining, calm and steady, a constant against the restless tide of time. Our sun, in its gentle middle age, still holds the memory of its birth cloud. Its light has reached the edges of the solar system and beyond. Every day, photons leave its surface, travel for 8 minutes and touch your skin. Those same photons began as atoms fusing deep inside a core of fire. The warmth you feel in sunlight is a conversation between you and a star, one that began long before your world had a name. When you close your eyes, imagine floating nearby, a slow orbit around a golden sun, hearing nothing but the hum of light. Each wave of energy, each particle of warmth is steady and endless. This is what it means for the universe to live, not in hurry or noise, but in balance. And someday, that balance will change. The star's heart will grow heavier, its rhythm will slow. What begins as harmony will start to shift toward transformation. The quiet story of life will turn toward its next chapter. Not an ending, but a new kind of beauty. Every star carries its own clock, not a ticking one, no hands, no sound, but a slow rhythm of fuel and light. For billions of years it burns, perfectly balanced between gravity and fire. But even the most patient flame must someday change. When a star's core grows heavy with the elements it has made, its light begins to falter. Small stars fade gently. They swell into red giants, immense, glowing spheres so large they could swallow their own planets whole. Their outer layers drift away into space, painting clouds of color, red and blue and violet, the soft ashes of their lives. At the center, What remains is small and bright, a white dwarf, glowing with the last warmth of everything that came before. It will cool slowly, quietly, over trillions of years, until it becomes dark and still. Larger stars end differently. Their final breaths come as collapse, sudden, powerful, and silent in the vacuum of space. When their cores can no longer resist gravity, they fall inward faster than thought. The outer layers crash down, rebound, and explode outward in a supernova, one of the brightest events the universe can make. For a few brief moments, a single dying star can outshine an entire galaxy. That light travels for millions of years, crossing space until it meets someone's telescope, or perhaps just someone's dream. What we see as beauty is really the memory of destruction, but it's also rebirth. In those explosions, the universe forges gold, silver, oxygen, iron, the elements of worlds, oceans, and breath. Every living thing carries atoms that were once inside a dying star, even you. Some of these massive stars collapse beyond all recovery. Their cores become so dense that not even light can escape. Black holes, silent, invisible, patient. A black hole doesn't glow. It waits. Anything that wanders too close, gas, dust, even light, is drawn inward, disappearing beyond the event horizon. Not destroyed, but changed, folded into gravity's memory. For a long time, scientists thought black holes were the end of everything, but now we know they're also creators. Their gravity sculpts galaxies, controls orbits, and stirs cosmic order from chaos. Around some black holes, hot disks of gas spin at nearly the speed of light, shining brighter than 1 trillion suns. In that storm of invisible power, the universe reveals its strangest truth, that endings and beginnings are the same thing seen from different sides. And then there are neutron stars, the quiet miracles of collapse. They are what remains when a supernova stops just short of becoming a black hole. Imagine something as small as a city, holding more mass than our sun. A single teaspoon of its matter would weigh billions of tons. Its surface spins hundreds of times per second, sweeping beams of energy through the dark. To our eyes, it flickers like a heartbeat, the pulse of a dead star still echoing through time. Each of these remnants, white dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes, are like different moods of silence. Some fade softly, some hold their shape with quiet density, and some disappear entirely, leaving only their pull behind. Yet all of them are connected. Each one began as a cloud, then a light, then a sun. Each one gave warmth, created matter, and in the end returned what it had made back to the stars. This is how the universe renews itself, not in noise, but in rhythm. Birth, life, death, rebirth. An endless cycle of energy finding new shapes to wear. The light never truly stops, it simply changes form, finding another way to shine. If you listen closely, there's something deeply peaceful in that thought. Nothing is truly lost. Even the stars that collapse into invisible shadows leave behind the elements of new worlds, the seeds of new skies. In the great silence between galaxies, gravity holds the memory of light and waits for the next dawn. When the last blue stars have faded, the universe will begin to dim. It will not happen suddenly. There will be no single night when the lights go out, only a gradual softening, a long, slow exhale. One by one, the golden suns will grow old. They will expand into giants, shed their layers, and fall inward to rest as pale white embers. The faint red dwarfs will linger the longest, burning calmly for trillions of years before their glow, too, slips beneath the horizon of time. Imagine that era, a universe lit only by memory. Every spark you can see now, every constellation that once told a story, will be gone. The sky will be darker than any darkness you've known, yet still not empty. Invisible light will move silently between frozen worlds. Dust will drift like forgotten snow. Gravity will continue its patient work. Black dwarfs, the cooled remains of stars, will wait in the dark, still massive, still bound by the same quiet laws. Neutron stars will slow their spins, their once brilliant pulses fading into nothing, and deep within the galaxies black holes will endure, the last keepers of motion and heat. For trillions upon trillions of years they will swallow the fragments of what remains, until even they begin to evaporate, releasing faint whispers of warmth back into the void. It sounds like an ending, but endings in the cosmos are never sharp. They dissolve, they merge. The energy that once made light will still exist, thin, spread, everywhere. The fabric of space itself will cool and stretch, but never disappear. Even the quiet has structure. Even nothing glows, faintly. Perhaps this is what peace looks like on a cosmic scale, not destruction, but stillness. A calm so vast it holds every story the universe has ever told, the light of the first stars, the dust of forgotten worlds, the breath of everything that ever lived, all drifting together in silence. And yet some theories whisper that this may not be forever, that somewhere in that endless stillness another spark may rise, a new expansion, a new breath. Perhaps the universe will inhale again, and light will return in a different form, new stars, new skies, new dreams. Even if it does not, what remains is beautiful, because everything that has ever existed will have been part of this long, luminous journey, from the first glow in darkness to the last. The story of stars is the story of patience, transformation, and gentle return, a reminder that all things, even light, know how to rest. So as you lie here beneath your own quiet sky, feel how stillness carries the same grace as fire. The warmth of distant suns has already reached you. It lives in your heartbeat, your breath, your thoughts. You are made of that same light, still traveling, still shining, even as you close your eyes. Let the stars fade now. Let the universe grow calm and drift into the quiet that began it all, the soft, endless silence from which everything once awoke. You've travelled far tonight, through the quiet birth of stars, the rhythm of their lives and the peace of their endings, and now the universe has slowed to match your breath. There's nothing left to understand, nothing left to hold. Every thought, every sound, every spark has settled into calm. You are floating, not through space, but through rest itself. The same atoms that once glowed in distant suns now hum softly inside you. Their journey is complete, and so is yours, for tonight. Let the last light fade behind your eyes. Feel your heartbeat drift with the stars, slower, quieter, deeper. You are safe. You are part of the cosmos, and the universe is at peace, because you are. Sleep now, in starlight. Sleep in silence. Sleep in the endless gentle breath of everything that ever was.